It's your boy Jimmy Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing reporting live from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm here with legendary trainer Ronnie Shields. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great, man.
Listen, brother, it's fight week. We're here at the Maurice Hooker versus Virgil Ortiz fight card here in Fort Worth, Texas. That's happening this Saturday at the Dickies Arena, man, live on DAZN. I know you have a fighter, an up-and-coming prospect who's a cruiserweight. He actually fights out of Dallas, Texas himself by the name of Tristan Calcruth. He's 7-0, 5 knockouts. And a lot of people recognize him, man, because he fights on DAZN. He has a lot of knockouts. He has a lot of spectacular knockouts. And he always is known for his celebration of doing flips in the ring, man. Tell us a little bit about Tristan.
Oh, man, this kid, man, he's great to work with. You know, he pays attention to all details. You know, that's the mark of a champion. And the kid works really hard. So I'm very excited. You know, as you get older, you know, it takes someone like a Tristan Calcruth to, you know, to keep the youth in you.
That's
and,
right.
Man, he keeps me excited. You know, so I'm really, really grateful that, you know, that they called me up and asked me to be a part of his team.
Coach, I mean, it's amazing that you say that, Coach, because, you know, you've been around in the sport of boxing for many years, man. You've seen it all. You've worked with Hall of Famers, world champions. I mean, I know you currently work with Charlo. You used to work with Juan Baby Bull Diaz, former unified lightweight champion. I believe you've even worked with Evander Holyfield in the past and several other fighters, man. You know, maybe forgetting a few, but nevertheless, you know what it takes, man, to get to that extra level. And as far as, you know, from your opinion, man, throughout the years, where do you feel that boxing is right now in the current state that it's in?
Well, the current state that it is, you know, with the pandemic, it's, you know, it's kind of putting us back a little bit. You know, fighters don't get to fight as much as they really want to,
yes, sir,
or much as they really need to. But at the same time, now it's starting to pick back up a little bit. So I think you know, boxing is getting back to where we used to be.
Do you feel that, you know, when you compare the throwback fighters from the past generation to the new generation in the new millennial era, you see the best fighting the best, but in this era it's more just name calling. It's more, you know, the social media era. Everybody's calling out everybody, but a lot of times a lot of those fights are not happening, man, and it becomes like a blaming game. Do you think that hurts boxing?
Well, you know, I don't know if it really hurts boxing, but the, you know, the crazy thing about it is you got too many networks now.
Yeah,
today.
That's right.
Back then you didn't have that. You know, like, you know, some guys are signed with Showtime, some guys are signed with DAZN, some guys ESPN, you know, and you know, it's just, you can't, you know, everybody want it on their network, and if you got a contract signed with somebody else, it's hard to put it on the network so the fighters can actually get it on.
Let me ask you, Coach, you know, I know recently, man, we suffered a huge loss, man. The marvelous Marvin Hagler, man, recently passed away this past weekend. What are some of the fondest memories that you have of him, man? Did you ever get a chance to meet him and even talk to him? Did you guys ever share any sort of moments? What are your most memorable memories of him?
Well, you know, I met him one time, and I really did have a long conversation like that, and I was just an up-and-coming guy. But, you know, he was a great fighter, you know, and everybody knew what kind of fighter he was, you know, and, you know, he fought Ray Leonard, you know, he fought Tommy Hines.
Yes, that's right.
He fought Roberto Duran. He fought all the guys that he was supposed to fight during his era. So nobody could go back and say, oh, he didn't do this or he didn't do that. No, he did. He did that, and that probably was the last era to do something like that.
Do you think that it would ever get to that point again, man?
I don't think so, because there's just too many streaming services now that everybody is signing with. They offering a lot of money, and so it's going to be difficult, you know.